Hi, this is Johnny. This video is going to show you how I fix WonderSwan because some of you who wanted to add your own game would like to know how to do this. Okay, create your own box art. And so to do this, what I did is I used an Excel file and using the DOS command prompt and DOS command execution batch file to do this. So it'd be quicker, easier, and I could get all the box art done. Another way is use a scraper, but if you're using a scraper, if a file that you're scraping is like a hack game or stuff like that, you're not going to get the box art. So that's one thing might be the problem. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and copy the drive letter. Okay, drive letter. This is my SD card. Okay, so I'm going to go to my DOS prompt. And I need to create a game list. I want to know what game do I have. So I'm going to go to my R drive, change the directory to Control V. I press Control V, or you could do right click and the same thing, okay? So do CD space Control V, and that will paste the location. Press Enter. Now I want to do all the directory end with all the wildcard that end with W. And I just want W. I don't want everything else. So I do start again. All right. So that gave me 204 game, which should be correct. So it gave me all the W's, WS, and WSC. So WonderSwan black and white, and then WonderSwan color. Okay, so that's what I want. But I don't want all this junk. I don't want this. I don't want all this. I just want the name. Okay. How do you do that? You do dir, you do wildcard star W, because I don't want the BNG, because if you don't type W and then wildcard again, you're gonna get the PNG, because I already have some picture in the root in the same folder. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna do B, and we're gonna do W, and that will give you just the name. See that? Just the name. Okay. So I want to put all this with the greater sign into a game file. You could call it anything, game list 204 game, okay, .text file. And it will create a game list. So we're gonna minimize this, and we're gonna refresh the screen, and we're gonna have a text file called, we're gonna do date. Okay, scroll up again, and there's my text file. Now you can open it up using Notepad, or you can Notepad++. That's what I normally use. Notepad++ is actually better. You modify whatever. You could keep a whole bunch of them. I think Windows 11 they improved the Notepad note where you're gonna have subfolder now. So I'm gonna do is go Control A, copy all this. And then I'm gonna go to so this is only for educational purpose use. Not everybody wants to do all this, okay? But this is a step that I do. So I create one for everything except WonderSwan. So I'm gonna go right click on my folder because I don't want to mess up the things I did. So I'm gonna do a copy and move. That's how you create an extra folder. And I want to create this one, duplicate this one to a second one. Then once that is done, it's going to say there's two named the same. So I'm going to rename that. So I know this one is for WonderSwan only. So this one I'm going to put WonderSwan. SW, yeah, SWAN, WonderSwan. Okay. And what this does is going to check for BNG and PNG. So I'm going to go to the A drive, delete everything. A column, they don't call it A drive. A column, sorry. Then click on the very first one, do a right click. I'm going to paste what I just, so I lost the copy. So go back, do a copy, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay. And what this program does, it take out what this command does is say on the column A, row 1, trim any space between the back and the front. and that's what it does, because you don't want extra space in the back or in the front. So that's what it does. It trims the space in the back and the front. And then I duplicate all this all the way down, so there's no space between. So if you was to click on this, some of this might have a space behind it. Okay, so just want to make sure there's no space. That's what that command does. Then the next one, what next one does is it wants to move the ROM. So I want to why is it deleting the parenthesis? This one is deleting the parenthesis. See that? So I don't want to delete that. So let's make it 3. There you go. No parenthesis deleted. See that parenthesis Japan is deleted because I subtracted one too many, and then it's not Game Boy, and so here's the problem. There's WS and there's WSC, so I had to be careful. Okay, so I only want to do it to up to all the WS and stop over there. So I'm gonna go WS. I mean they are sorted in order. So we're gonna stop at Pocket Fight, which is WS. Okay. Then here I'm gonna start a new one called WSC, WonderSwan color. So it'll be WSC. And then here I'm going to change back to 3. It's not supposed to do that. Okay. Oh, got too many period. Don't need a period there. So go back up, delete the period. Okay. So there is WonderSwan color. Now here I could do it on all of them. Okay, because all this are color. Okay. Now some of this name is way ridiculous, too long. So, but I'm just moving it. Okay, I'm just moving the file. So the next thing I'm doing now is moving command. Okay. So what it does is saying, okay, if you have a ROM, if you have this one is moving the ROM to a location based on the ROM name. And this one is moving based on, so that's what I want, a box art. I don't want to do WS. I apologize. I want to do PNG. So I want to know what is missing on my PNG. So let me go back to my command prompt. And right now I say 204. So I'm missing, I wanted to do PNG because PNG I only have, it also say 204 for some reason, but the box art is not showing up. So it must be some name is incorrect. The naming is not correct. So we have to figure out why is it not showing up. So we're gonna do this is the reason I didn't catch the error, because I'm gonna do B and W. W is mean width, direction. P is mean give me just the name, but the W is saying that don't loop the file from here to the next side. Just keep everything in so that's what the W is for. Then I'm going to move everything to game list of 204, but this one is PNG. Okay, text file. All right, so I want to open up the other file, not this one. So I'm going to delete that. Refresh. There's my new one. So I want to open with Notepad++. Alright, so I'm going to select all this, copy, Control Tab. So that's why it's good to have So what I'm doing here is I am moving here's the problem. See, this is I did my program wrong a while ago. I should have a 4. 4 is correct because it's minusing, and then the period need to be there. But I don't know those are the correct format. Okay, this is a safe side. It's taking the name and put it with the wildcard because I don't know what format I'm moving over. So now I could do the whole thing. So what I'm saying, if this file had the same name as the box art, move it over. If it doesn't, leave it there so I know which one is missing box art. Okay, and so that's the move command. So it's moving the ROM into a folder called ROM. So I need to create a folder called ROM. So it will move all my game into this folder. All right, let's do it. So it'd be only 204 right there. So I mean, they're the exact same PNG and same. For some reason, the other one doesn't show up. All right, so I need to create 2 folders. One is the ROM folder. One is the ROM folder, and one is a text file. So ROM with an S, and then so it's going to move all my WS ROM file into this folder, and then whatever did not move, then I know what's missing. And also, I'm going to go ahead and create another folder called box art or PNG. Let's call it. We could call it. Let's call it box art. Okay. And what I'm going to do is move the PNG manually over. So when I create a new one, I know those are the new ones. So I'm going to take all the PNG file and cut that. So that's 204. So what I'm doing is I'm moving the PNG over. So now this is just the ROM, but I want to compare it with the batch file that I'm about to create new text. And this one I'm going to move the ROMs, pretty much just move the ROMs. And in here I have the batch file created. I lost the information, so I'm going to go back to my Excel, copy again, go back to here, batch file, paste it. And what this does is saying move any name that have the same box art name and move it into the folder. Okay, so I'm going to pause it to show you that it does work before I continue on the rest of the thing. And in order for the batch file to work correctly, I'm going to change it to a BAT. So it will run the command BAT. So that's called a batch file. So it's moving the identical. Let me show you what. So it does confusing. What I'm doing is getting all the BNG files. Okay, it's supposed to move all the ROM over. Okay, but for some reason it's not doing it. So what I'm doing here is I'm renaming the file to WS, but I don't know what name because it could be WS, could be WSC. So I just say, okay, anything with a W star. Okay. So this, I told it, okay, move any file have the same name that end with W. Okay. Move it to the WOM folder. So whatever did not get moved over, then I know it's not matching with my box art. Okay. So I'm going to double click this. And he said he only moved 2 files already. Oh, incorrect. So move this file to WOM's folder. The file directory or label is incorrect. So it did not work. Why? Here's a WOM folder. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the batch file into this folder. Okay. And instead of, because I already moved the picture out of the way, so anything start with a WS is not necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change, I'm going to do Control F. And start from here. Control F. So I'm going to replace the WS to just dot star. So replace all. Okay, so anything that have the same name, doesn't care what's the name behind it, just move it to the WOM folder. Okay, so save that. Okay, I'm gonna run the batch file. My program is currently used. I think I accidentally put it into this file. This is not meant to do that. Ah, shoot, I closed the. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. The file and the directory is not correct. Move the file name, blah blah blah, to the WOMs folder. ROMS. Alright, let's try again. Okay, it seemed to work. So those are the one that's missing box art. Okay, let's refresh the screen. So we have 11 files that's missing box art. And what I did is I created 2 of this batch file in my notepad. I create one that, because I don't know which one is WSC, which one is W based on the picture file. I don't know which one. So what I did is the bottom version is WSC, and then the top version is WS. So it repeats itself 204 twice. So you got 204 up to here, up to 204, and then you have a pause to tell you that this is the next 204 down here. So this is start with WSC, and this one start with WS. And it's safe to do that because I'm not changing the name. I'm just saying if this file have this name, move it to this folder. Or if this file have WS, then move to this folder. So anything with a WS, WSC, it will move to the folder. So it turned out there's both of the color one and the black and white, they pretty much the exact same. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how to fix this? It's not easy task. You have to do one at a time. So you're going to go copy, and then you're going to open up the browser. Okay, in the browser you're gonna go Google search, and then you're gonna type in, I want a box art, and I want the WonderSwan. I want a 3D box art because that's what I'm using right now, 3D box art. Then you're gonna click on image, and there's 3D box art. Okay, and some of them are tilting, some of them straight. It depends on which one. I think I use some of them tilting. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the tilting one. So I'm gonna go ahead and save as. You know, there's a transparency right here. Oop. So you don't want to use the paintbrush to change the size. You want to use the command prompt. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this file, save as. And I want to keep the exact same name. So I want to select all, and I want to go to the R drive, and I want to go to WonderSwan folder, and I'm going to look for this exact name, which is WSC. Okay, select that. And then I want to change this to PNG. So there's my first one out of the 11 box art. So go back to the next one. So I choose that one for diamond. Now, when you're doing box art, since you're changing box art, you could also go ahead and change the name, because why do I want like this? You know, I don't want it's too long. The name is too long. So I'm going to cut those off. And now the box art, I'm going to keep it in the same name as that one. This one I could get rid of the RE revision. Because if it's too long, it's going to overlap the title. Okay, go back. Alright, so now I'm not going to type all that. I'm just going to delete the front. Press enter. Here's another one. Just WonderSwan color. So I'm going to save as. Make sure I have the same name. Change that to PNG. You don't want to save it because you're going to delete the ROM file. So now I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now all the WonderSwan, I'm going to have a tilt box. That's how I tell the difference between which one is which. Alright, before I copy that, I'm going to get rid of that extra long name. Just keep it as Japan. Control C, copy, tab, and then going to delete that. Control V, paste it, press enter. Here's another one, box art. So that's how you do your box art. So anytime, and then you're going to put Control V, and I'm going to pick that one. And just to confirm the name is correct, that's why I picked that one. And then make sure down here is PNG, okay? Then you click save. Control tab, go to the next one. Control C, copy, go back here. Oop, I accidentally click on. I click here and it took me to another. I didn't want to click. Don't want. I accidentally click on the. Alright, Control. That's why I use a tab. You know, the tab key is better than you don't accidentally click on it. Alright, save that one. So going to PNG, when we click, you could click all file and then look for the one that you were using, but I'm just going to Control V so I know this is the one I'm using. PNG, enter, Control tab. Here's the next one. Control, oop. Ah, stupid thing, stop doing that. There you go. Control C. Ah, click on it again. color one, I'm going to choose a tilted box art instead of straight. Control V, and then change the name to PNG format. This is PNG, good. Alright, Control Tab. So last color swamp. So the next artwork I'm going to be picking is straight box art 3D. But sometimes you don't have a choice. See that? This one you don't have a choice of a tilted box art. You only have the regular one. So you don't have no choice but to pick this one. Alright, so I'm going to save as. Control V. PNG. Alright, so I got 5 more to go. This will be black and white. I could pick now this one doesn't have transparency. If I choose this one, it's very confusing because they are not color. So it's kind of like, okay, this one is Digimon. This is also Digimon. I'm gonna pick this one is color. See, that is a color. Mine is not color. Mine is black and white. But this one is like the wrong direction. Box art tilted the wrong direction. But it is 3D and it's not color, so that is the one I'm gonna use. Oh, I accidentally clicked there again. I was gonna scroll down to see if I have one that is black. See, this one say color. This one don't. So yeah, I have to use this one. So if you use a different size of box art, you have to check it out, see what direction you want it. Because otherwise, if you're trying to make all the box art, do the easy way, just run the command, you're gonna have box art in the kind of shrunk or stretch in a direction that you don't want. Control tab easier. Okay, this one is going to be hard to find because you didn't find any reboot work. Now what you could do is, we do have the WOM folder. Maybe reboot work is here. So we're going to look for the one called ROB. Type the one called reboot. See, there's no file called reboot. Let me open up a different window. Make this one smaller. Move this over here. Make this one. Okay. So since I'm looking for this one called reboot work. Oh, there's 2 of them. Reboot work Asian, reboot. Why do I have 2 versions? I could delete one of this. There's no need for 2 versions. They're the same game. And then here's part 1, part 2. So I'm gonna look down for the R. Right here. I don't think I have anything called reboot. See, nothing. So yeah, it doesn't have it. Okay. And then how about the other one, the SAN? I don't have that one too, SAN. That's interesting. Maybe you kind of wonder, does it really have that physical ROM game? There you go. I think, oh, the name was not correct. So WonderSwan is not called the reboot work. I don't know if this is the reboot work or not. Since I do not know what this game is supposed to be, I'm just gonna put artwork and find out what does this game actually look like. What's the title of this game? I mean, yeah, I know the title, but what's it supposed to look like? So it's some kind of robot. Reboot works. Okay, spell right. So that's the title. But there's no box art. So can since I cannot find a box art, I'm going to choose this one. I mean, it looked pretty good. It's tilted, but it is 3D. All right, Control V. There you go. Reboot. I'm going to choose this one, but I'm going to change the name. PNG. Okay. Now, since I changed the name, I need to change the name of the ROM as well, so they both will match. And I'm going to get rid of that one because there's no need to version of it. And this is the new name. Control C, Control V. Okay. So this one is the I forgot which one is the next one. I think it start with a S. This one. And this one had part 1 and part 2, so it's interesting. So did not have no box art. So let's try the first one. The second one look like this one. Okay. And the second one is part 2. I don't think I need the long name. That's part 2, but it's just a regular 3D box art. So this one do not have Here we go. Oh no, that's part 1. I need part 2. So I guess I have no choice to use the graphic for 2D. I don't have a 3D graphic. Okay, that's pretty much it. So there's 11. Those should be go by name. Should be 12 of them now. So do type. So from there to here is 12. Oh yeah, delete 1. Okay. So now the thing is, okay, how we fix this? So we have to view by large icon. We'll see what picture could go together. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those 5 could go together as because they look the same. 1, 2, the same direction. So I'm going to cut it, create a new folder, and call this 1 PNG. Don't want to leave a space because that way you don't have to type. It's hard to type space in the DOS prompt. So we do Control C, copy that. I forgot to paste it before I do Control C. Okay, go back. So the one I want to move is view by oh, I did move it over. Okay, it's right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is open one of them and see what size I need. Okay. This one where you could see what size you need and then change all then the same. So what you do is you go to the image. This is Windows 11. Go to Pixel. Like I say, the largest number is this side. So this side is the biggest number. This one is small. So I'm going to choose the biggest side on this side and put 430. Okay. That tells me that the largest on this side is 310. The horizontal from here to here is 300. Because if I choose 500 here, this will be over 430, and I don't want to be over 430. So for example, see 600. So I can't do this side. I have to do this side. So 430, and this the little link mean that whatever I type here, you need to follow. If I go up twice, you go up twice. I go up 3 times, you go up 3 times. But if you take this off, then this side will not move. Okay, so you don't want to take this off. So 430 to 310. So if I do OK, this is how big the graph is going to be, 310. So I'm not going to save it because if I save it, I'm going to have a white background. I want a transparency. So don't save it. All right. So 310. So remember that number, 310. So go to the DOS prompt. I'm going to do CD. I'm going to go to R. I'm over there. And I'm going to run the command 310. Okay. So I'm going to go to WonderSwan. And I bet I don't have one. It's 310. Here's the closest one, 3. This one. So I'm going to use this one, Control C. So the way you could tell if this is transparency is if you hover over on top of it, you don't see the white, you see it the same color as this color. See? So that's what I don't want it. If I use a paintbrush, this is gonna become solid white, and I don't want that. Okay. So I'm gonna run this command, and now this is the size gonna be changed, and you will see the size start changing. And normally you don't want this open like that because it's gonna mess up the file. It's gonna create extra file that you don't want. So it looked like it has shrink down to the size. It's already finished. It's not that much difference, but it did change. So if I was to go to property right now and look at the detail, see it's 310 by 430. So that's the size I want. So this one is done. All right, so I could take those artwork right now, cut it, and put it into the box art, the ones that is missing. It found some, but it wasn't there before. I'm going to replace it. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to go and do the other one, the same thing. So these two are the same. These three are unique. It's different. So we're going to do these two together. Move it over. All right. So we're going to look at one of them and then change both of them the same size. So we're going to do paintbrush, and we're going to shrink the size down using the 500 430 guideline. Okay. So the biggest number is this side. So I'm going to change this to 430. So turn out this side is 320, 323, 323. So 323. So where's my paintbrush? 323. This is not the one I want. I want the one that was. Ah, shoot, I closed it. So one is 321. Alright, so I'm in the same folder, so I could just run that command 321. To be sure about it, just do it one more time because I closed it out. Make sure you save the text files here. So if I change to 430, 323. See, I knew I memorized wrong. 323. So 323. 323. Here you go. Last time I forgot to save it. Just save it this time so I won't lose that information. Control C. Copy. Okay. So I'm going to change those to the correct size. Alright. So I'm going to minimize that and run enter. See the difference. Enter. So see, it shrink a little bit. not a whole lot. Okay, so those two are done. So I'm going to take that and cut it and put it to the rest of the box art. So those are the two missing ones. And now the last three. Now this three is going to be tricky because they are different format. So we cannot do all three of them at the same time. So we're going to do one at a time. So first I'm going to copy the name. And then I'm going to open the paintbrush. So I'm going to do one at a time. See the file, this file is so big, it's not going to work. So I'm going to, this is 1000, that's 1000, 1005. So this size is bigger. So I'm going to choose this one as 500. So I need 364. 364. Okay, you have to put the double quote in order for it to work because there's space between. What's the size again? 500, 364, 364, 364, and this size is 500. 364. Enter. Okay, so now this one, the file is changed. So you come to look at it, it's going to be 500, 364, 500, 364. So that one's done. This one, we're going to copy the name first. Going to do open paintbrush. See, this is kind of, it take a long time. But that's what I have to do to fix the one that's missing. So 320, 500. Oh no, not 500 here. This is 430, I forgot. Okay, 276. 276. 276. 276. Okay, so go back to the paintbrush, make sure 276, 430. All right, and the last one. This one is actually doesn't have a transparency. It's just a solid box art. So you could just change it directly from here. So if I was to put 430, this would be 334. I'm going to do OK. It got smaller, and then I just save it. It's going to say there's transparency. If there is, it's going to be lost. It's okay. Just click save. Okay, because it's just a box. It doesn't have any transparency. All right, this 3 is done. I'm going to cut it. Go to the paint. Go to the box art. Paste it. Take the whole thing. Cut it again. So put it back in here. Paste. And then go to the WOM folder. Move all the WOM back. And that's pretty much it. And then get rid of those folder again. So get rid of canvas, get rid of move, get rid of that. You don't need that no more. Get rid of ROM folder, there should be nothing there, and nothing in Proxon, nothing in PN. So you can get rid of those three now. Since we have this open as PNG, it won't let me get rid of that. So just move it back out, minimize it, try again. Okay, it's gone. All right, so we're going to view by detail. We're going to go by name. So if you scroll down, you're going to have picture, WOM, picture, WOM, picture, WOM, picture, WOM. So you got this picture icon, and it should be all good. All right, so now we could go ahead and reject this SD, reject this one, and then test it out.